fingers.
Huh? Huh?
No, he didn't use funk fingers on this track.
What did he use?
I'll show you.
I chose fretless bass. I put an octave on it, and a little unusual to use a pick. And I thought we came up with a good sound.
Oh,
so good. Now, don't worry, we're going to come back to the funk fingers just for you, Ian, in a few minutes. But tell us why this bass line changed the world of bass forever.
Sledgehammer is legendary because Tony Levin used 4 things that, on their own, aren't crazy, but the combination makes it really interesting and unique. We've got Tony playing a fretless with a pick, stepping on an octave pedal, and using chorus, and the combination of those things make for an incredible bass line. We're gonna break down the sound for you and show you how to play it.
What are you doing with the sounds?
So all I'm doing is I'm compressing a little bit in the front with the Line 6 HX Stomp. I'm running it into an octave pedal and then a chorus, and that's all. I'm playing a fretted bass here.
Fretted bass.
Yeah, but if I take this stuff off and I play the bass line, the pick gets you there, but really that octave pedal, right? And then the little secret sauce of the chorus at the end.
And it sounds great on a fretted. It's not like you need a fretless to do it. And there's like, you know, just to take you through my signal chain, super easy, super simple. I've got the fretless, I've got a pick. Ian Allison's signature pick.
What?
Ian Allison's signature pick.
No.
And then I'm going into a POG, which is an octave pedal. I would probably use, I think that Tony used an Boss OC2 when he did it. It sounds a little different to this, but it gets me in the right ballpark.
Oh, the fretless is so cool in that zone.
Part of this, honestly, like you've got to play it with the right feel. You need a pick and you need to be using it in a way that swings. Take us through how you play it.
Okay, so I'm palm muting, right? And I think you are too. And I'm playing pretty flat with the pick against the string. And the whole thing is based on, like you said, the swinging thing.
That's the vibe, isn't it? You've got to get that up and down motion. By the way, if you want any of the tab and notation for today, links in the description. We put a beautiful PDF together for you guys. So beautiful. Totally free. Link is in the description. But yeah, show us that little exercise you got.
So like a swung 16th note pick thing versus a straight pick thing. Totally different.
You need to be able to do that to get the feel of the swing. And then you remove all of the dun-ga-da-ga-da, and it's...
Watch Scott's hand as he plays. In between, right? You've got this thing happening. It's like the funk engine.
And fingering-wise, the whole thing, it's just a major pentatonic. E-flat major pentatonic with a little like that little thing in there, right? And check it out, the first time he goes...
Yes.
He actually goes up to the 6th of the scale, but all of the other times he actually goes... to the octave there. And then it slides there, but you can do that with a fretted bass.
Yeah, to the flat 7.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not as like greasy as the fretless.
It's not as greasy, and then that again, and then we've just got this at the top, and then how do you play that on yours?
Yeah.
Do you want to check him out actually playing this stuff?
Yeah, of course.
Check this out.
No funk fingers.
No funk fingers.
Breaking my heart.
Look at that computer screen. That's what you call a computer monitor.
Oh, the moves, dude.
Yeah. So the whole thing sounds like this. And And then it rinses and repeats that round and round all the way until the chorus, right?
Actually, that's just the intro.
That's the intro.
So the verse goes. Then.
Ah, yeah. It's like a little.
Yeah.
Little change in it. So it just goes down to that C.
Ugh.
And the D flat there. I can remember like way back when I used to worry about playing these lower notes down
With an octave pedal?
with an octave pedal until you told me the Allison secret.
The
Allison secret sauce. How do we play in the lower register with, with an octave?
I think to get an octave pedal to track, you just have to be playing a big supportive sounding note. So whether that's with fingers or a pick, like try not to use your bridge pickup. I think sometimes, although this tracks it pretty well, but I've struggled with tracking octaves if I'm playing back by the bridge with the bridge pickup. This octave in the HX Stomp actually tracks amazing, but some octaves don't. So if yours doesn't, the best thing you can do is maybe bump your tone down a little bit, choose the neck pickup, palm mute so it's not seeing overtones. You just don't want the octave pedal to see a bright sounding note. So if you palm mute, it'll hunker right down and play that.
Yeah. So, next section. Should we check out the chorus?
Yes, absolutely. And let's check out the space that he leaves.
So much space.
Yes, so cool.
It's obscene.
I wanna be the Sledgehammer. Why don't you call my
Play
name?
along, yeah.
Oh, let me be a sledgehammer. This will be my test.
It's with the keys, isn't it? Listen to the keys.
I wanna be the Sledgehammer.
And the space here. That.
Why don't you call
Yeah.
my
So
name?
cool.
Oh, let me be a sledgehammer. This will be my testimony.
So good. It's just ba boom. Bing.
Then I think like the third time.
Yeah, like but if you listen through to the entire track, you'll hear every sound of the chorus. It does it slightly different. Sometimes there's a good, you know, but there's always that massive that boom, boom.
yes.
He's really intentional about leaving all of that
Yes.
wide open.
And check this out. What's wrong about this? What's wrong?
Needs to get some daylight in there, man.
Yes. Yes. And you hear with the keys go.
I can't remember who said it, but they said that, you know, you've got to treat the space, you've got to play the space.
Yes.
You've got to think of the space in between the notes as notes themselves.
Yeah, the next time you're on a gig or in the studio, just ask yourself, as I often do, like, what would Tony Levin do?
Is that when you whip out the funk fingers? you're like,
What would Tony Levin do?
what would Tony Levin do? What's all this about, dude?
Okay.
I'm not convinced.
Whatever, man. I feel like you sound kind of rad with the funk fingers, actually. I mean, so check it out. Tony Levin didn't actually use the funk fingers on So, but they were inspired by the sessions for Big Time. Actually, drummer Jerry Murata came out, played on Tony's bass with his drumstick. The next iteration, Tony tried to use just a single drumstick by himself.
I've got to watch you.
And then it was Peter Gabriel who suggested, why don't you just cut drumsticks off, put a bit of tape on them, tape them around your fingers, and the funk fingers were born.
They were born. We've had to try and film this about 5 times because now we're going to see him. Finally.
Funk fingers in action.
Using these things in action. Check this out.
There they are.
The place.
mean,
he
look.
kind of like puts his...
Yeah, he rests his hand, right? Try it.
People came for bass education. We got you.
Okay, check it out. I will say it's really difficult to play with funk fingers, right? But it's something that's so cool about the Peter Gabriel outfit that they're always striving for something innovative, right? This was about a sound. They heard a sound, and instead of just programming it, right, they wanted to try to get it with an actual tangible thing on a string. And I think that's really cool. I love it that Peter Gabriel pushed Tony for these. It wasn't the other way around.
Yeah.
Scott's not convinced.
No, I don't know. Like, what do you say to your wife? You know, she walks in, you know. Yeah, like I think, yeah. Oh, anyway, we mentioned it earlier. There is a PDF we've created for you. It is down below in the description. It is completely free. Shows you all of the tab, the notation, all of this stuff that we've been doing.
If the funk fingers have brought you joy, if they've brought you comedy, if they brought you any value whatsoever, please consider liking and subscribing so we can make more content for you. Also, if you cannot get enough Tony Levin, check out this breakdown of the entire So record that I did for SBL, and we're gonna see you in the next one.